When India Today covers conflict, when we cover war, we believe in covering it from the ground, not just via agencies. So what you're about to watch is a world exclusive from India Today's cameras, not something acquired secondhand. These are pictures taken by India Today's Ashraf Wani live from the ground from the virtually destroyed headquarters, one part of it which you'll see in this report, of the Hezbollah headquarters near Beirut in Lebanon. It's not very far from here that Hassan Nasrallah was killed in an airstrike from Israel. Watch this world-exclusive report by my colleague Ashraf Wani.
I'm currently standing and am the first international journalist from India Today who is at the Hezbollah headquarters here in South Beirut. Behind me you can see this was the six-story building when Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah, Secretary General of Hezbollah, was taking a meeting of his commanders in the basement, which was underground almost 15 feet below the ground, where he was taking that meeting. 2,000 pounds of bombs dropped on this building by the F-15 warplanes, which completely brought this building on ground. And after the efforts for 4 days, finally the body of and we would like to take some details from here of the Hezbollah leaders, what really happened here, and what happened after this blast, and what was its impact not only here but also in the periphery. In fact, since then there is regular airstrikes in this area, suburbs of Beirut, and today on Wednesday, 7 airstrikes were carried out by the IDF. Yesterday, a television station was targeted, its building compound was targeted, that collapsed in that attack, and today a communication tower has been targeted in this area, and we are facing the internet problems in this particular area here in the Beirut. Ashraf Wani for this World Exclusive on India Today.
An incredibly fearless reporting by India Today's Ashraf Wani. In fact, he joins me live from Beirut in Lebanon now. Ashraf, I hope you're staying safe. Your ground report from the bombed headquarters of the Hezbollah in that world exclusive is being watched by millions of people right now. Tell us in a greater detail, Ashraf, what you saw right now. How far from there was the site where Hassan Nasrallah was killed, and what did you see?
Shiv, we have also those pictures where Hassan Nasrallah was killed, probably that may be used later in the bulletin. Actually, this is not, this is a South Beirut. The major part of the Beirut city suburbs where most of the population and mostly the Shia population and the supporters as well as the fighters of Hezbollah live. For last 2 days, twice I went to that area, but in car. That also very fast because the area is still being pounded by the IDF bombs regularly. Not only yesterday, but even today, 7 strikes were carried out in the periphery of South Beirut, where some housing compartments were targeted, some floors of multi-stories buildings were targeted. And IDF said that they are the housing of the Hezbollah fighters and commanders. But here, some of the people say probably they may be associated with the Hezbollah, but they have not seen them fighting for the Hezbollah. That is the intelligence input what is with the Israel. But tense situation in whole South Beirut, not a single person is visible there from the civil population. If anyone is roaming there, those are only Hezbollah fighters and their supporters. Today, at that moment, we were at least with me 800 journalists across the globe who are covering this war. They were allowed first time to visit the South Beirut because journalists in other way not here to travel in that particular area because, as I said, today it was bombed 7 times. As far as the Hassan Nasrallah's hideout, or we can say Hezbollah headquarters is concerned, there is visible that there was an underground floor which was used by the Hezbollah commanders as well as the IRG guards for the meeting purposes and other purposes. That was built in that way that so that any bomb or any strike could not affect that. But when I equally 2 days back
Yes.
spoke a doctor, he said that the bomb used in this blast of the Hezbollah headquarters could penetrate 15 floors of a single building. So they were only 6 floors. So you can imagine that after collapsing or entering from those top 6 floors, that bomb has went deep 4 floors further and completely push up the basement of, or we can say the underground floor of that building.
Ashraf, how are the ground operations going? You know, you sent us reports of certain Hezbollah ambushes on Israeli army patrols. You know, how is that working out?
Yes, that is the plus point with the Hezbollah. They are very much trained in the ground operations. They have in 2006 operated on ground. So it was a risky task for the IDF to invade into the South Lebanon, where already Hezbollah fighters and their commanders know each and every curve, each and every mountain. In fact, they have some underground bunkers and tunnels there in the South Lebanon. It is not easy task either for the special forces of Israel or for the regular army. Today, when one of the big contingents, we can say the regiment division of the army was preparing for the ground invasion in the northern border of Israel, which is with the South Lebanon, that was directly fired by the 60 missiles of Hezbollah within the 2 hours. And those all missiles, no missile from those could have been destroyed by the dome system because there is not on the border the dome system which IDF is using in the habitats. So that has put some damage in that army division. The Israeli army has confirmed 2 casualties, 2 deaths in that
Okay.
rocket attacks by the Hezbollah and 18 injuries. And also there is not population, civilian population. There are only
Yes.
soldiers of the Israeli army. So in the need of blood, the settlers who were there, they were asked to donate blood for the injured soldiers in that incident in northern Israel.
Ashraf, thank you very much for that live report. As always, please continue to stay safe and bring us these amazing, amazing ground reports that you're continuing to do. Thank you very much. Stay safe. We will connect with you again, once again, in a very short while from now. Thank you. Ashraf Wani reporting live from Beirut in Lebanon. He's been traveling in the other areas as well.